Good evening and welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. The Yankees get swept by the Red Sox. Hit the panic button. It's New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports for New York Nuts. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go!
Please, Pittsburgh. Nothing to see here.
Suck! You don't understand. I'm not supposed to be here.
Open it.
It's New York Minute Sports.
Well, there you have it, folks. Welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to visit the New York Nuts merch store. That's the beautiful blue link underneath the video. Well, that just felt like watching 5 different games from 7:05 on. We watched a no-hitter. We watched a team struggle. We watched a team tie it up and come back, send it to extra innings. We got a taste of everything. What we didn't get a taste of as Yankee fans tonight was victory, folks, because the New York Yankees couldn't win a game if their life depended on it right now, and that falls on none other than Aaron Baboon Bubbles Buffoon. Wow!
They're just monkeying around at the zoo.
Aaron Baboon and Aaron Judge starring Zoos on First.
About a week and a half ago, I said it wasn't his fault. That's changed. When your team does this every single June since you've been manager and your name's on this team, you didn't get these guys ready to play. They haven't been playing well since the Knicks won the chip, and they might be partying with them in the Latin quarters late at night. And I don't want to hear the Oregon Trail and the travel schedule, the back-to-back games, the day-night doubleheaders, whatever excuse you want to use, New York Yankees. You still need to win ball games against bad teams like the Boston Red Sox, and now you become one of them yourself. Yes, injuries play a role in victories and losses, but guess what? There's also effort. If you watch, perfect example, and I said this on last night's show, the New York Yankees need to stop playing baseball like Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton are walking through that door. You need to play small ball. You need to manufacture runs. You need to get on base by hook or by crook, and that's exactly what Caballero does. And that's one of the guys that I trust on the New York Yankees. Gets a hit in the ninth, gets on base. What was I saying last night? With Jazz Chisholm, Anthony Volpe, and Caballero, the way that they can steal bags, just get on base and let things happen, and that's exactly what happened. But what that proves to me is that this team is sleepwalking, and the fact that they're at Club Aaron Baboon all the time, and there is no pressure from the manager coming down because our second baseman's got lollipops in their mouth. They're not wearing cups and getting hit in the dick. They get kicked out of the game tonight, and I'll get to Jazz Chisholm. But a fish stinks from the head down, and if something keeps happening and you expect different results, that's called insanity, or that's called the Aaron Baboon Buffoon led New York Yankees. I don't want to hear that it's not his fault. His name's on it. This team is not ready to play. This whole team is not ready to play. Jazz Chisholm hitting .223, on base .306, slugging .399. Where are you? Spencer Jones, the left-handed Aaron Judge I heard about, the guy we can't move to trade, and now his trade value's in the goddamn dumpster, hitting .215, .311. .338, never seen a ball out of the strike zone he don't swing at, and get a goddamn helmet that fits. Jason Dominguez, literally I called up Michael Kay and almost gave him a stroke defending you over Trent Grisham. Where are you? Jason Dominguez hitting .214, .250, .405. All I heard from this Aaron Baboon-led team was that we're not going to leave losses on the table this year. We're going to finish our meal. Whatever slogan you want to use, Bubbles. Your team is losing in June again, and the bottom is falling out. I don't care how many injuries there are. The lineups that you've thrown out there are absolutely goddamn terrible. The bullpen decisions you make are absolutely terrible. You bring guys in to throw 8 pitches, and then you got shit the Bednar going 2 innings all the time. What are you doing, bro? There's no rhyme or reason or pecking order to your bullpen. You have a rotisserie. Even before guys got hurt, you had a rotisserie of players, and nobody can get a rhythm because you're playing little chess matches all the time and getting cute like JoJo the Indian Circus Boy with a pretty new pet.
Well, then I get all excited. I'm like JoJo, the idiot circus boy with a pretty new pet.
You know what? All the New York nuts in the comment section, they always rag on Boone going, you know what? I told you so. This team's going to do exactly what it does with Boone at the helm. And I go, no, guys, Boone's not that bad of a coach. Boone does it. You know what? I'm starting to turn around. I bust his balls on this show, but now we're at the end of June. It's June 28th, and we just got swept in a 4-game set up in Yankees almost are doing as poorly as the NBC broadcast tonight because apparently everybody in Massachusetts and New York couldn't see the baseball game because the Travelers Championship was on from the 13th hole to the end of the tournament. And also, we got to get our baseball conspiracy helmets out. NBC does baseball in America tonight. You're watching golf when you turn the broadcast on. NBC calls baseball, goes, let's not do anything in the game because we still got the Travelers. We messed up, all right? Tell the boys not to hit until the 4th inning. As soon as the Travelers ends and they come back to the broadcast, it's the first hit in the game by the Boston Red Sox. Then NBC gets what on their hands? They get to broadcast you with a hit right off the bat. Then they're showing you a perfect game until the 8th inning. And then what happens? The New York Yankees come back and tie it in the 9th, and then the Boston Red Sox come back and win. So NBC got a perfect game, a comeback, and then another comeback by the home team. Does that sound fishy to you? 'Cause it sounds fishy to me. Also, the NBC broadcast, bro, it sounds like aliens abduct Roger Clemens and dropped a goober in a broadcasting booth for the first time and gave him a cell phone that he doesn't know how to use. Also, it looks like they got Anthony Rizzo in the janitor's closet while he's doing the broadcast. Also, Jazz Chisholm gets kicked out of this game tonight. And you know what? I don't blame Jazz. I don't blame it at all. That was a check swing. The umpire didn't check with the third base coach. He turns around and goes, what the f-? And the guy goes, you're not going to check with the third base coach? He goes, nope. He goes, I got fuck me, I guess, right? So he gets thrown out. Another thing NBC missed on the coverage, they don't show Jazz Chisholm getting ejected when they come back from the commercial break. Also, Anthony Rizzo decides to go out and, like CM Punk says, he goes in for business for himself, and he starts spouting off the mouth about Jazz getting kicked out of the game. He's got to have more responsibility than that. You know, he's got to be smarter than that. Hey, Rizzo, weren't you the same guy that hit a concussion from the Yankees for 3.5 months and played every single day and hit 125? Aren't you the same guy? Is that responsible? Are you the same guy that stayed on the Yankees 2 years longer than you should have because you had a wiener dog just like Aaron Judge and your dogs were best friends? Do you know a dog kept you your job, Rizzo? And now they got you broadcasting for NBC in a janitor's closet. So let's not really pick on Jazz Chisholm and talk about him not getting kicked out of the game because this is the rare time I agree with Jazz. Even though he's playing like diggity dog shit, that was bullshit. They got no challenge. You can't challenge a check swing. Jazz turns around and goes, what are you doing? Guy goes, tough shit. I don't know what I'm going to say about this, and I've been struggling about it. Carlos Rodon. It's an optical illusion. Listen to his line, okay? Now, I want you to remember what Carlos Rodon looked like while he was pitching tonight, okay? It's like labor watching him pick. It's like labor watching him pitch, okay? Tonight, 5 innings pitched, 1 hit, 2 runs, 4 walks, 6 Ks, 96 pitches. He had 39 pitches in the 4th inning. The 4th inning is possessed for Carlos Rodon. Every time he has a good outing, he cooks for 3 innings. He gets into the 4th inning. He takes out his regular brain and puts scrambled eggs in there. Also, I know this is going to sound batshit crazy, but this is where Carlos Rodon has me mentally right now. I think his control sucks because he refuses to wear an undershirt. What kind of diabolical maniac wears a jersey without some kind of undershirt? The man sweats more than a whore in a confessional, and he's out there, and it's 96 with a humidity rate of 1,000, and he's profusely sweating. It's dripping down his arm and getting on the ball. I don't know why anyone doesn't bring this up. It's simple genetics, like the Russian guy said in Rocky IV. He drives me absolutely crazy for the money he's making, for what he does. When he came here initially, they had a beard policy. The maniac shaved off his sideburns. Okay? This is the $28 million man we're dealing with. And tonight was not good. Don't let that bullshit NBC broadcast tell you, hey, we got a pitcher's duel going right now. If you go 5 innings, you're not in a pitcher's duel. Newsflash. The other guy went 7 innings. The guy who had pitched into the 8th inning, a perfect game, wasn't a pitcher's duel, okay? One guy took his money and ran for the night. And that's Carlos Rodon, because he's the least efficient pitcher on the New York Yankees. And I understand, I look at his line. But guys, don't be fooled. I want to hear from you in the comment section right now. What, if you had the starting rotation right now and it was the postseason, where are you putting Carlos Rodon on that starting rotation? I'd like to see it in the comments, because I don't trust him in the playoffs. I don't trust him in a big spot, and I definitely don't trust him tonight in Fenway. But listen, I think that Caballero and Volpe laid the groundwork for the way that the New York Yankees should be approaching games from now on, okay? And did you notice that Caballero, Rosario, and Paul Goldschmidt were all around the activity tonight? Everybody else was on a milk carton. Also, do you know that Ben Rice is hitting 0.45 in Fenway this year? Since Aaron Judge has been out, Ben Rice has completely fallen off a cliff. And another thing is that single in the 10th inning, you got to dive for that ball. I don't know what you're doing trying to cover first base, but Ben Rice needs to get a little bit better defensively at first base too, because when it gets down to crunch time, it's going to be a major liability. And by the way, I've been saying this like a mental patient. The AL East is nowhere near being settled. Even though the Toronto Blue Jays keep just every time they get to water, their head gets dunked. The Boston Red Sox, the New York Yankees, the Toronto Blue Jays, and the first place Tampa Bay Rays are going to be all in the mix the whole season. I'm going to be in Yankee Stadium tomorrow night, so if you see me, say what's up. Come and chop it up. We'll talk about how bad these New York Yankees are. But what are they going to do to turn it around? And I want to hear that from you in the comments section. What do you think can fix the New York Yankees right now? And if you see a guy in right field's head explode at the game tomorrow, guess what? That's me watching the Aaron Baboon-led New York Yankees. But why don't you lead yourself over to New York Minute Sports on Instagram, anywhere in that smoke wagon you call the information superhighway. If you put in the New York Minute Sports Show, you'll get this face. Lucky you. Also, all the T-shirts shown during the show are made in the USA, just like yours truly. Go over to the New York Nuts merch store. Also, have you become a New York nut yet? You get double the show for half the dough, $1.99 a month. What can you buy for $2 a month? Absolutely nothing. Tomorrow, we got the wall-to-wall Monday baseball show with Mike from Pudgy Boy Sports, but you're only a member. You're only going to see it if you're a member. And remember, if you can't be good, be bad, baby! Good night, Canada. Bye.
That's your boy.
So
He
have the
said
word.
he was-
Goodbye. That's my boy.